Random greetings, everyone. It's Random. Welcome back to my channel. Now, before we actually start, I have to check if the audio's there. Oh, so the audio's there. That was the only thing that I said. Yes, I am reading again because y'all seem to really like when I read to y'all. Considering the fact that I've got 4 views on it. Shout out to me. I'm so proud of myself. So I figured I would do it again, but just not that story. Yes, it is going to be another thing that's Sanders Sides because I am obsessed. Go Sanders Sides. You should go follow Thomas Sanders on his, I don't know his Instagram, I'm pretty sure it's Thomas Sanders though, but follow him on his YouTube channel, Thomas Sanders. You'll see it. Anyway, this book is called Sanders Side One Shots, of course, and the artist, the author is Bad Ideas Are Here. So, yes, this app is again Wattpad because why not? Wattpad has everything. Hold on, my head itches. Oh, another thing. Yes, I am up. It's like, what time is it? I think it's like 1:20 something. I'm completely wrong. It's 1:36. But I'm bored. And I'm tired, but I can't go to sleep. Do y'all have that? I think I'm an insomniac. I'm probably not an insomniac. I just have trouble sleeping. Do y'all? I don't know. I would be up at 5. Well, no. I would be recording this at like around 5, but I'm bored right now. And although I've probably been bored forever, I figured let's do this. Anyway, this the title of this one shot is I can't read. Kitchen Kisses. And I wonder why y'all like this if I can't read, but it's okay. Kitchen Kisses for Anxiety, which is Roman and Virgil. Virgil sat in his room, surrounded by piled up blankets and discarded energy drink cans. It was one of the few times he was not listening to music on his headphones and instead tried to make a dent in Logan's puzzle book. It was only because of this he heard the crashes from the kitchen below and the yelps of pain. He ventured out of his room and made his way downstairs where he was greeted by a horrendous sight. Roma was on the floor near the oven, holding his head with one hand and sucking his fingers. Pieces of frozen garlic bread were strewn around him, and the pan had slid away. He was murmuring words to himself. Patton would not be very happy with this. He probably wouldn't. Roman? Virgil walked carefully, avoiding the food on the ground, and stared down at the sitting royal. Virgil! Oh, I didn't see you there. Roman took his fingers out of his mouth, waved, and quickly stuck them back. What happened, Princey? Virgil collected the pan and threw away the sad bread. The kitchen's a mess, and you don't look much better. Well, funny story. Roman half chuckled. I just want some garlic bread. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that feeling too, but what happened after that? Virgil sat on the floor in front of Roman. Well, I came downstairs, got the bread, and preheated the oven. But, he wrenched his head nervously. When I opened the oven to put the bread in, I hit my head because I slipped. Virgil groaned. Really? Wait, it gets worse. Roman puts his hand showing the burn marks. On the way down, I tried to catch myself. On the open oven. Needless to say, I burned my hand, and the pan went flying. Roman raised his arms in sad triumph. You're an idiot, Virgil sighed, stood up and helped Roman to his feet. A cute idiot, but still idiot. Roman staggered forward slightly and came nose to nose with Virgil. Oh my God, here come these fluffy chips again. Cute, Roman smiled and batted his eyelash nervously. Virgil rolled his eyes and smiled. Yeah, you look like you came directly out of a kid's book, sitting on the floor with your fingers in your mouth. Virgil said, but he knew in the back of his mind that's not what he meant. Now sit on the counter. Why? Roman asked, but he did what he was told. Because you need something for that burn, obviously. Virgil turned and grabbed a small tube of medicine from the cabinet. Luckily, Logan always kept some in here when Patton cooks. My knight in shining armor, Roman cooed as as Virgil gently rubbed the cream on his hand. His brows furrowed in concentration. Roman admitted slightly to himself that it was an adorable sight. Does that make you my damsel in distress? Virgil walked away to the fridge, came back with the ice pack, which he pressed on Roman's forehead. Is the oven still open? I'm wondering. Does it say that? I was just curious. We'll never know. I said, does that make you... remembered my place this time. Does that make you my... Wait, that's not Roman. That's Virgil. Does that make you my damsel in distress? Virgil walked away to the fridge and came back with an ice pack, which he pressed on Roman's forehead. They were even closer to each other than before. Of course, my hero. Roman sighed dramatically. Why does my hand still hurt? You just burned it. It's gonna take a second. Virgil rolled his eyes. Patience is a virtue, you know. Wow, I could read that word? I'm so smart. Let me stop. Or, Roman brightened. Oh my goodness. No. Or, Roman brightened up and put his hand in front of Virgil's face. You could kiss it better. Virgil leaned back slightly and raised his eyebrows. Really, Roman? Hey, I thought I was your damsel in distress. Hey, I thought I was your damsel. Roman argued and wiggled his fingers. You know you want to. Trust me, I think I could live without kissing your burned hand, Princey. Virgil continued to press the eye pack. Oh my goodness, ice pack. You see, I can't read. Virgil continued to press the ice pack on the Roman's forehead. Roman sighed and put his hand down, now just enjoying the intimacy? Is that how he said it? I haven't been schooled in a while. What that word? Intimacy of Virgil touching his hand. After about a minute, Roman felt his fingers curl around his hand, and he watched Virgil slowly brush his hand. I can't read because one, I can't read, and two, because this is those cute scenes that I can't watch. I don't know if it's you, but do y'all cringe at those really sad moments on TV that aren't supposed to be sad but are sad anyway? Does that make sense? It probably doesn't. I'm sorry. After about a minute, I read that, but it's okay. After a minute, Roman felt his fingers curl around his hand, and he watched as Virgil slowly brought his hand out and kissed the tips of his fingers. There. Happy now? A short video will play. I just started the story. You already want to show me ads? I would go ad free, but I'm still broke as a joke. Virgil wasn't smiling, but Roman could tell that he wasn't averse to that. Well, my lips are a bit sore. He leaned in closer to Virgil so their noses overlapped. No. That's too cute. And just like that, I should read some erotic. Should I? I am. If it comes up, I'll read some. And just like that, Virgil closed the gap between them. The ice pack was discarded and he wrapped his arms around Roman's waist. I feel like my mom's gonna wake up. She'd probably be like, why are you talking to yourself? And just like that, Virgil closed the gap between them. The ice pack was discarded as he wrapped his arms around Roman's waist, and Roman ran his fingers through Virgil's hair. The kiss lasted for a while, but it was gentle and sweet. When they pulled away, they were both slightly gasping for air. So, Virgil's voice was quiet as he feared what Roman would say. This happens every time I get hurt. Roman leaned his forehead against Virgil. I should get hurt more often. Virgil decided he had another reason to like garlic bread now. Aw, that was cute. Hold on, I gotta go because there's an ad. Alright, I'm back. This one shot is finally here. Logicality. Because I always wondered, how do I say that? It's logicality, right? Okay. Now I gotta think of a voice. I know. See, Logan doesn't have a deep voice like Virgil's, but he does and he doesn't. He does, because I think he actually does. And it's just serious. And the pattern I can do Patton's voice. Patton, shouldn't you be going? Patton, shouldn't you be going to sleep soon? It's 11 o'clock where you live. I could. I could hear Logan. I could hear Logan's cursor. Oh wait, he has emotions this one. Okay, Patton, shouldn't you be going? Oh my goodness, Patton, shouldn't you be going to sleep soon? It's 11 o'clock where you live. I could hear Logan. I could hear Logan's concern. Oh wait, it's Patton's POV. Oh okay. I could hear Logan's concern through the phone line. Logan, sweetheart, it's a Friday. I could stay up all night talking to you. I giggled and held the phone close to my ear. When you were born, the universe had decided your soulmate, whatever you wrote on their skin, would show up with theirs. I began to talk to Logan as soon as I knew how to scrawl my name into my yarn. As soon as we were old enough, we exchanged phone numbers, and now we're 18, talking every night without fail. I felt like I knew everything about him, even though we lived on opposite sides of the country. Still, you shouldn't compromise your sleep schedule. I could practically see his brow creasing in thought. I had only ever seen pictures of him. We wanted to keep the first time really seeing. Oh, we wanted to keep the first time. I thought they were talking about sex. The first time really seeing each other to be personal. So no video calls, just because the West Coast is on early schedule. Oh, that's Logan. Just because the West Coast is on an earlier schedule. Logan, I complained. Please stay up with me. There's a shuffling noise and then a voice. There's a shuffling noise and then a voice. Of course, Patton. You know there's nothing else I'd rather do. I lost my breath. We talked for a while about everything and nothing. Being with Logan was the easiest thing in the world. We could sit in silence and just listen to each other's heartbeat, and it felt like the most intimate thing. I loved him with all my heart, and I never met him. The hours dragged, and I could feel myself falling asleep. Logan could too. I'll go now, Patton. We'll talk again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I hummed an affirmation, much too tired to say anything. Patton? 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 I can't say your name. Look, the voice I gave Logan is gone. Patton? I could hear amusement in Logan's voice. Mm-hmm. Oh, he said, There was a silence, then a soft voice from the other end. When I meet you, I'm never gonna let you go. Aw, I need love like that. What's love got to do with it? Let me stop. That's why I'm not a singer. That song that I'm gonna make that I'm almost finished with, y'all will see it. Y'all want the preview? Like the video. Follow me on my social medias. Let me shut up. Watch me post this around like 5 or 4. Or maybe tomorrow. No, I got class tomorrow. He hung up, and with the dial tone and the most perfect word rattling in my head, I fell asleep. Oh, that's the AN. I stared out of the window as the plane landed, my heart beating out of my chest. Somewhere in the airport below, Logan Sanders was waiting for me. We had both graduated a few months earlier, and now nothing was holding me back from him. I practically ran out of pain and patiently waited for suitcase to come down in the luggage chute. Logan and I made arrangements to visit each other for a week, and I couldn't have been more ecstatic about it. I bounced on my toes and quickly grabbed the suitcase before running out to the front. I had pretty much memorized Logan's face from all of his pictures he sent me. He had dark brown hair, most beautiful brown eyes, and hidden behind a styling pair of Warburg Parkers, he always wore the same black polo shirt. Oh, his eyes are okay. I said hidden behind. He always wore the same black polo shirt with a black striped bow tie. Even though I told him he would look wonderful in any color, a small part of me was worried he had forgotten what I was coming today. But then I saw him. He looked even more gorgeous in real life. He stood to the side, nervously fidgeted with a bouquet of white roses, muttering to himself. I walked over to him and asked, Logan? I can't do this. I can't. But y'all enjoy these videos. His head snapped and his eyes widened. Patton, he said, words softly. I might I might melt away if he spoke too loudly. I couldn't help myself. I dropped my suitcase at my feet and threw my arms around his neck, spurring my face to his shoulder. He wrapped his arms around my waist, and we just relieved in the fact that we were really seeing each other. After a long while, we pulled back and just smiled. Welcome to San Francisco. Logan seemed to take a moment to remember how his voice worked. We only have a week this time. We only have a week this time, so I try to plan everything we can and do. But of course, it's all suggestions. I know it's different in Florida. I didn't mind at all. I listened to every word. His brows furrowed when he was deep in thought, and there was just the slightest trace of accent in his voice, which I couldn't place. Everything about him entranced me. Oh, and of course, these are for you. Logan handed me the bouquet. I remember you once mentioned that you like them. Can this go? I'm about to reach into erotic. Some erotic fanfiction. Let me shut up. I was surprised. I was surprised. I had mentioned it, but only once. I smiled at them and looked into his eyes. These are beautiful, Logan. I stood on my tippy toes and gently kissed. On my tippy toes and gently leaned in. He immediately responded by putting his hand on my waist and kissing me back. Well, how long is the story? Is it ending? Is it about to end? He immediately. Oh, I read that. I decided no sensation would ever feel better than that. I pulled back, and so are you. And so are you. He seemed shocked but happy, and he couldn't find the words to describe how he was feeling. I'll take your bag. Oh no, that's okay. I got it. Leaned out to grab it, but he beat me. He intertwined our fingers and looked down. It would be my pleasure. My face dusted with a light blush. All right, not that I'm complaining. I held our hands, but this is the particular reason you're holding my hand. But is there a particular reason you're holding my hand? 6 months, 15 days, 5 hours ago. I told you that when I met you, I was never going to let you go. Wow, you calculated it? You saved it? He did. Shut up. He did little tilly tallies on the wall? Not tilly tallies, what are they called? Oh, they're just called tallies. I don't know, all my teachers call them tilly tallies. Are they just called tallies, those little lines that you put on walls? I'm simply carrying out what I said, and with that, we walked out of the airport. I couldn't be happier that I was finally here. Okay, now it's time to read something erotic, so I'm gonna go find some. Y'all didn't think I would do it, huh? Y'all didn't think I would do it. I'm reading something erotic. This book is called Sanderside Smut Shots. Yes, I am. Honestly, I can admit that I read smut about shit. Let me shut up. I'm gonna get exposed. It's Sanderside Smut Shots by Ethics for Fandom. Download Wattpad and go follow her. Go follow. I can't say her, and I'm sorry that I said that. Go follow this person, the author, now. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, y'all didn't think I would do. I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. Get ready, cause I can't read, and this is not gonna end well, is it? Virgil quickly swung the heavy front door. This is gonna get age restricted. Let me put 15 and up. Virgil quickly swung the heavy front door of his house open and closed it behind him. He stomped up the stairs into his bedroom. The door clicked as he closed it, and he let out what feels like the biggest sigh in his life. He dragged his feet across the room and threw himself on the small bed. As he lay there, feet hanging off the side of the bed, he closed his eyes and just listened to slow, steady breathing. Time passed and passed and passed. It could have been a minute, an hour, a day. He wasn't sure, and he didn't care. He couldn't stand another minute thinking about or living in this outside world. For now, at this moment, all he wanted was the isolation and peace of being alone in the privacy of his painted black rooms. Suddenly, an idea, a want, an urge came over him, and he hopped off the bed. He skipped to his closet and a new pep in his step. He opened the white doors and pushed all the clothes on the rack of in front of him to the side, revealing a shelf behind them. Behind all the heavy jackets and black and purple shirts was a display of white lace and metallic lilac ribbons. He pulled the puffy dress off the shelf carefully and laid it on his bed. It was gorgeous. The large fluffy white skirt, decorated with a beautiful floral lace layer, the corset lined with pastel purple piping and ribbon lacing the back, the lacy lilac sleeves, and the exquisite gold detailing embroidered 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 why should there be big words and me regretting all my decisions across the entire dress. It was perfect, and tonight he would finally use it for the first time, and he knew exactly who could help him out with it. Is it Roman? What's the ship? Oh, it is Roman. Excuse me, I'm regretting my choices, but it's okay. He kicked off his large black shoes, stripped himself of his heavy dark sweater and black jeans. He slipped off his white underwear and replaced them with a pair of purple lace panties. He carefully slipped on the dress and took time. Oh my gosh, I gotta be quiet. If my mom hears me reading this, she's gonna kill me. If she hears me reading this out loud, I can read this to myself because she doesn't know. If my mom's watching this, hello. And relished the feeling of the fabric sliding over his body. He adjusted it to lay over his curves comfortably and ran his hands gently over the skirt, smoothing and adjusting the fabric. He ran his fingers over the arms and felt the lace stretched tightly over his pale skin. He walked over and looked in the mirror and stared at the sight in front of him. Virgil had never been the biggest fan of his body. He usually wanted to hide the more feminine figure, under oversized sweaters and pants, but under this beautiful dress, he couldn't help but feel gorgeous. He grabbed a pair of light purple thigh-high stockings from his dresser and slid them on. Here we go. He stood behind his door and then called out, "Roman?" A voice echoed from across the hall. "Yeah, Verge? Can you come here for a second? I kinda need your help." Virgil smirked as he heard the sound of heavy footsteps coming steadily closer and closer. The door opened in front of him, and Roman stepped in the room. "Virgil, what do you need?" Roman called into Roman called to the room, not noticing Virgil standing by the door. Hey, the smaller man said. "Could you lace me up?" Virgil stepped out into the light and looked at the broad, stronger male, shyly, a light flush dusting his face. Roman let out a small gasp at the sight in front of him. He turned to close the door behind and walked over to the beautiful specimen. Virgil turned around, exposing his back, but the last few loops of the corset still undone. His arms couldn't reach them at all. Yeah, sure. Hey, get ready, y'all. Let me ruin the moment by just saying, I don't know. I don't even know. I was gonna ruin the moment somehow, but no, I couldn't. If I find some way, I will. Roman stuttered out a few seconds later, realizing he had probably been silently staring for too long at this point. As Roman the satin, I wasn't about to say what y'all think I was about to say. Just, maybe I was. We'll stop. The satin ribbon through the little hoops on the dress. He could feel his pants getting ever so slightly tighter. Virgil, on his own, had always caught his attention. I mean, he was always very pretty, but this dress, the way the corset hugged his small waist and round hips, it only made him more alluring. If that was even possible. Finally, Roman finished threading the corset he had tied, and he had tied it to a pretty bow in the center. All right, all done, Roman proclaimed. If that's all you need, I'm gonna go take a nap. He was cut off by the sound of Virgil locking the door. The situation in his jeans had become increasingly uncomfortable, so he planned to excuse himself as quickly as possible to take care of the issue privately. Virgil had other plans. Oh, he had other plans, I see. Well, actually, Virgil purred, tagging lightly at the end of the skirt. I was hoping you could help me with just one more thing before you left. YouTube, please, I'm begging you, do not age restrict this video. Virgil tiptoed over to Roman and intertwined their hands. He led Roman to the bed and cupped his face in his hands gently. He looked up into his soft green eyes with intent. Virgil lifted his heels to close the gap between their lips and leaned against the prince's strong body. Roman's hands found their way around not Roman's, that is Roman, Virgil's waist, tracing the delicate designs embroidered. My terrible reading is ruining the moment already. Embroidered. Y'all, I'm sorry, I can't read. This video is 26 minutes long. Have this video wasted on me not trying to read. Wow, this video might be like 35 minutes long. They'd be like, oh, it's a 40-minute video with just 3 chapters. Let me stop talking. On his elegant frock, it was a sweet chase ship kiss. It wasn't lustful, despite both males being slowly consumed by their hunger for another. It was light, loving, and passionate. Do you want this? Virgil whispered, his breath mingling with the royal man's. Roman picked up the smaller boy by the waist with ease. He then proceeded to sit at the edge of the bed and placed Virgil gently on his lap. They adjusted so Virgil was now straddling Roman's hips. Roman took a moment to run his fingers through the emo's hair and whispered, yes. Whoa, that's an erotic. This is an erotic sweatshot. Virgil placed his hand over Roman's closed chest and lightly tugged at his cotton shirt, whimpering for approval to take it off. The prince happily obeyed and took a moment to stand to fully strip. The emo quite enjoyed the show. Roman sauntered over the bed and sat beside Virgil on the bed. Roman leaned over and lightly kissed the beautiful boy's neck in front of him. He then traveled upward until his lips were just centimeters apart from his ear. Oh, God. Can I still read this? Look how many comments I got on this video. What do you want me to do, my little princess? The pet name alone was enough to drive Virgil crazy. Mix that with the gentle sound of Roman has a deep voice. With Roman's deep voice in his ear and the light caressing of his fingers across his thighs, and he could hardly hold himself together for even another second. Virgil crawled to the center of the bed and laid back. I want you to make me feel good. Can you do that for me, my prince? Oh, God. Do I regret making this video? Yes. I regret reading the story, too. The story's not bad. I regret reading it out loud. It's ironic. Roman wasted no time crawling over crawling over between Virgil's legs. I can do that and so much more, your highness. Oh my goodness. This video is 15 and up. Roman's hand traveled lightly up the pale boy's thigh until he reached his hip and felt a thin layer of scratchy fabric wrapped at his bottom. Just for me, Roman smirked. Only for you, Prince Charming. Only for you, Charming. Virgil winked in response. Roman carefully lifted the poofy white skirt. I have to hurry up because this video is longer than it should be. Roman lifted the poofy white skirt and petticoat to get a view of his princess's special. Oh my god, his princess's special lingerie. The prince smirked at the sight and couldn't help but bite his bottom lip. He slowly slid the panties off, leaving Virgil's red heart. Whoa. Can I say these words on YouTube? I mean, people do a lot of things on YouTube. I can say it. Red hard cock now fully exposed. I think I have to find another word, so I'll be right back after I find another word for that. Okay, I didn't actually search it up. I was thinking about other things that I've read, and people say member, so I'm gonna say that instead of cock. But I could just be talking about a chicken. Let me shut up. God, you're so beautiful, Princess Roman breathed out. Prep? Virgil nodded. Lube is in the first drawer. He stated as he pointed to the dress just to the side of the bed. Roman reached over, grabbed the little bottle, and popped off the cap. He settled back down and lifted another man's leg as he showed. He poured some lube onto his finger and ran one around Virgil's tight hole. He slowly pressed in with index finger. After a moment, he moved in another and began to pump them at a slow but steady pace. Virgil's breath became heavier. His breath became pants, and Roman at a third digit. His pants became soft moans. You the sound so pretty. I love your moans, princess. That alone made Virgil moan even louder. This should be his own separate video. Roman continued pumping his fingers until the smaller boy said, "Okay, I'm ready." He probably doesn't sound like that, but I'm just trying to make it more intense. The prince removed his fingers and positioned his now almost throbbing member with Virgil's hole. Roman prodded his entrance for his member and looked at Virgil for approval, to which the emo nodded eagerly. He pushed in, gradually allowing Virgil to adjust every once in a while. Roman assured the beautiful boy, along with broken babbles of "You're doing so good," and "You're so beautiful, so amazing," like, etc. Oh, I thought it said Electra. I've never noticed how to say that word. I know why it's spelled. Oh, I realized why it's ECT now, because the first three letters. Found a way to prove the moment I did. 32-minute video. A moment passed before Virgil's tangled his fingers in his prince's hair and said, "Move." Roman began thrusting steadily but carefully. He moved with intention. Every push and more pleasurable than the last. Virgil began rolling his, "Oh my god." He starts moaning, "Oh my goodness. Oh no, 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 no. Can I moan on YouTube? We'll never know." I'm not okay. Virgil began rolling his hips and pushing down, hungry for more. Sure enough, he was a sweating, panting mess, shouting broken sentences, asking for more, harder, faster. Suddenly, just as Roman began to pick up speed, he found Virgil's prostate, and the princess went crazy. Yes, right there. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? I'm like, y'all, I need a minute. So my mom just walked in, and she's really confused on why I'm talking to myself. I told her I was on the phone, and she does not believe me. So I think she's like right by my door, listening. But we're gonna continue. If I get caught, it's okay. Lydia, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. So I said that. Yeah, y'all heard that. He cried. I'm not yelling out loud. I can't. It's 2 a.m. I don't care about the short ad. It's over. He cried as he was consumed by the intense air pressure. "Princess, You're so tight, Roman grunted as he continued to gain speed. You're so beautiful. I love you so much. Virgil could hardly speak aside from the occasional yes every once in a while. He could feel himself getting close, and Roman shared the feeling. "Ah, I'm close," Virgil panted. Me too. Roman grunted. Oh my goodness, how am I supposed to say those words? Roman leaned down and kissed Virgil again. It's just as passionate as the first one, more heated, more hungry. The email, the emo moaned into the kiss, but reciprocated happily. Big words. Oh my goodness, can I say those words? They might just say there's somebody in my house. They might just think I'm talking about the one with the O and the E. Come for me, princess, Roman whispered into the kiss, and that, and the little princess did it. With a shout of Roman's name, Virgil climaxed, spreading his white semen over Roman's stomach and his petticoat. A few thrusts later, and a grunt of my little princess. And Roman was happily eager, filling Virgil with his load. Roman leaned in to kiss Virgil again, sweetly and quickly, then carefully pulled out and sat on the bed. A couple of minutes later, Roman cut through their pants by asking. Virgil stood up. Come, let me get you out of that. Virgil sat up and turned his back to the prince. Roman undid the ribbon, worked on the corset, and helped the emo slide out of the now much hotter and dirtier dress. Wow. The prince, oh my goodness, the prince tossed it aside as he lay with Virgil on the bed, holding the smaller boy close to his chest. I love you, Roman, Virgil claimed. I love you too, my little princess, Virgil breathed out. They pulled the covers over them and held each other close as they drifted to sleep. Wow. 37 minutes into a video. I don't even know what to say except, I don't even know. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope I don't get, thinking. I hope I don't get, demonetized, one. I hope I don't do that. And I hope, y'all enjoyed my video. But I am going to be working on my song. And I started a new one, but I don't know if y'all want to hear it. Y'all might, so I'm going to do a video on that one. I hope y'all enjoy it. I love y'all all so much. Don't know what the description is going to be. Follow me on my social medias. And as always, stay safe and stay random. Bye.